It's Friday night, time to get your nerd on. We got Mr. Know-It-All, the SaltyTrekker and Danny Dork Night. Are y'all ready? Aight, here we go. If you're looking for me, you know where to find me. Cause tonight is going down. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. It's on tonight. Y'all know what it is. It's Friday night. Time to get your nerd on. We got Mr. Know-It-All, the SaltyTrekker and Danny Dork Night. Are y'all ready? Aight, here we go. If you're looking for me, you know where to find me. Cause tonight is going down. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. Driving PK.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to nerd fight!
Step into the ring, it's time to brawl. Nerd fights, baby, we're geeking for all. Marvel, DC, Trek, and more. Pop culture battles, settle the score. Nerd fights, let's get loud. Nerd fights, yeah, for the geeky crowd. Nerd fights, hey, it's time to throw down. Bring your fandom, it's the hottest showdown. Who's got the takes? Who's got the heat? Mr. Know-It-All and Salty can't be beat.
That means only one thing. It's time to fight.
Beat drops out with the final shot.
Nerd fights.
Let's fight!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Nerd Fights. I am, of course, your host, Mr. Know-It-All, and joining me, as always, is the captain of the starship, Mr. Michael Crawford, and, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Danny Dork Night. What's up? How's it going,
What is
everybody?
up? Hey,
I'm so
Happy New Year.
excited.
Happy New
Yes,
Year,
Happy
guys.
New Year.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. 47 Yorktown. Good evening from the Canadian Far East. Hello. Good to see you.
You
There's,
know,
of course, Penny. Chat. Nice to see you, Penny.
I'll tell you a very depressing thing today happened.
Thomas, I'm sure he's happy to see you too.
Oh, hey.
Good, talk-
Thanks, Thomas. Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so do you know what the Roman numeral L is?
As in, like, what
50?
the L signifies in Roman
Yes.
numerals? Okay, no, I do not.
Right? Is it 50?
Yes, very good, Danny. Very good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Fun.
So we were walking in the grocery store the other day, and we happened to see a display for some products that are on sale for Super Bowl LX. So, anybody that knows Roman numerals? Danny? What is LX?
Well, X is 10. So
Right.
would that be 60?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So the upcoming Super Bowl is Super Bowl 60.
Oh, nice.
Now,
Okay.
that in and of itself isn't
Oh my
depressing.
gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, hang on. I'm sorry. No, we got to stop right now. Daniel, there's a question you need to answer, sir. There's a question that needs to be answered, sir.
I can answer that. He's actually, it's awesome. He got a job as a before model.
That's. I wish. No, mother, I've been applying for jobs and I had to do a video interview. And so I wanted to look nice. So this
Or as
was
Bradley Briggs likes to say, Danny's facial hair likes to randomly disappear.
that too.
And I feel like that correlates. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think it's the before model story.
By the way, guys, everybody, just so you're aware, if you want to actively participate in the chat together, you want to be over at Nerd Fighting, please. Yes, you can send stuff from almost anywhere we're simulcasting, but Nerd Fighting is where we like everyone to congregate for when we're on Nerd Fights night. So no matter where you're seeing the simulcast, that's where you're going.
Yeah, and I still can't highlight chat. So something that kept
I
people.
will have it fixed by next week. We'll have it fixed next week.
So people were hitting me up. They're like, "You kept replying to stuff I didn't see in the chat because they were in one of the other rooms," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I used to be able to put up what I was responding to, but I can't anymore." So
That's right. He lost that authority. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
He's gonna have it back next week. Calm down.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but we'd have to log him out and do the whole thing. I will
At
make sure
least
we get
I'm
all
in the
set up.
song. At least I'm in the song.
You're,
Well,
you're in
you're
the,
in
that's
the
right. You're gonna
first
be in the
one.
real one. Yeah, you're in that's the waiting room song, but the real song you're in. So the new intro, by the way, I was kind of teasing a little bit with you guys while the opening was playing. The new intro is almost finished. My system crashed twice today, but because I did a lot of AI playing with, and I went slightly more wrestling in honor of Danny, of course, rather than MMA like I've been doing. But so there's a lot of like us coming out doing like victory hands and stuff and the whole bit. I mean, a lot of that kind of nonsense, which is fun. So it'll be fun. I can't wait till you guys see it next week. Of course, we acknowledge Danny. That's right. Let's acknowledge Danny the Dork Knight. Damn right. I don't know where you've been,
Right,
Anthony.
So can
No,
I
it's
tell
the
my
old bit
horrible,
from the-
depressing story.
Yes. Tell your horrible, depressing story because that's
Okay.
what we're all about.
All right, so Super Bowl 60 LX was the this display for products for sale, and I had to look up what L was. It wasn't until after I looked that up that I got depressed, because when my wife and I first got together, we watched Super Bowl XXIII.
23.
Yes.
Oh my God! I'm watching our viewer numbers go down. No, I'm kidding. We had 30 people a minute ago. Then he just crashed. No, I'm kidding.
We have 18 right now. So.
I know. I was joking. I'm kidding.
But
Go
that's
ahead.
it. Anyway, so
You're good.
yeah, so that's a lot of Super Bowls.
There's a lot of Super Bowls.
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't. Okay. All right. What's the earliest Super Bowl you remember watching?
Well, it's 23 for me because that was, me and the wife.
Oh no, but right? But is there one before
I know
that?
I watched a couple before that, but I don't really have memories of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No. It's fair. Totally. Right on. The earliest I can remember, because remember, I'm not a sports guy. I was always an artsy kid. I was never ever the sport. My wife now, Mrs. Know-It-All, has turned me into a football person, and baby Know-It-All and boyfriend Know-It-All have turned me into a college football person now. So
I'll watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials, though.
I do too. That's always kind of my thing. But now
My-
I'm actually caring about the game.
Yeah. No, I.
Yeah, I noticed that too, Thomas. He says, screw YouTube for changing how our names show up now. Yeah, I noticed that. What an odd choice it made. Luckily, we know who you guys are, but that's weird.
So, I didn't know if that was a question for both of us, but mine would
Go
be,
for it, man. Go for it.
Mine would be the Broncos versus the Giants.
Oh, right on.
87 is the first one I
Nice,
remember.
dude.
And I was heartbroken because the Giants won.
So the first thing blush-wise I remember when it comes to the Super Bowl was the run the Cowboys had, where it was like, and it was like the second or third time that I was like, this is a thing, right? Like,
In the 90s then. That would have been
yeah,
the 90s.
yeah. That's when because again, I've never been. My wife has made me a football person now, so. But yeah, it's fun.
Well, like, I remember how Joe Montana used to dominate. And because I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh my God, I hate you both so much. All right. Cause man, y'all just kind of meandering. I swear to God, you guys are I'm in the geriatric department tonight when it comes to YouTube people. No, so what have you guys watched and what have you done so far? As far as I know, the three of us are in unique positions. Salty has seen a movie the other two haven't seen. Danny's going to complain about a movie the other two of us have not seen, and I'm going to talk about a show the other two have not seen. So no matter what, we're kind of in a position where we're talking about some crazy stuff. So who wants to go first? It doesn't matter.
I'll go first.
Go for it.
So today is my wife's birthday. So
happy birthday, Pepper.
And so we went to see the movie The Housemaid today.
Oh, was it good?
How was it?
So this is my first
That's with what's
movie.
his face? With Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney, and I can't remember.
I hear she's got good genes. So.
You know, I've heard this rumor as well.
Yeah.
I have no idea what.
Salty wants to talk about Andor. Oh, Thomas, that's cute. Go on.
Yeah, dude.
Go on, Salty.
All right, so
I thought you were talking about SpongeBob. You want to talk about SpongeBob?
Oh, I could talk about SpongeBob. Well, I'll talk about SpongeBob when I'm going to razz on Danny, because SpongeBob I can demonstrate is far better than Avatar. But
keep it in your pocket, sir. Good job.
Yeah. But anyway, so the Housemaid, it's one of those movies that it kind of sets you up. Like if you've seen the trailer, you know the basic setup. This girl gets a job as a live-in maid, and there's
Is that the
something
thing
really,
nowadays still?
huh?
Because that's
Well,
the thing
it's
nowadays.
only a thing for rich people, you know. So
Unless eventually, yeah, unless her boss is like, "Hello, welcome to my house. I want you to
yeah.
be the new maid." Then you worry. Then you're
Right.
concerned.
So the wife, there's a husband and wife couple. The wife is a complete psycho.
Hi, MJ.
Hey, baby.
Um,
He's like,
Thanks
say
for tuning
hi.
in.
hey, MJ.
She has
So,
not been feeling well, guys. So I need
oh,
everybody to. Yeah, it was.
Well wishes, prayers,
well, of
thoughts,
course
all
she's
good.
not. She's with you.
No, she got sick.
Wow.
Wow. Fair enough. Happy
Be
New Year.
nice.
Yeah. So, all right. So the wife is a complete psycho. She does things like, she'll,
We're talking about the movie, not in real life. His wife is
yeah,
not
yeah.
a psycho.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So she'll do things like say, "Hey, do me a favor and go to the store, use my card, get this stuff for our daughter." And so then she'll do it. And when she gets back, she'll say, "Why the hell did you charge this stuff on my card?" And just
Oh,
and just
that's
go
so
off the
dirty.
rails on it, right? And just all this stuff constant. And by the way, the girl we find at the very beginning is on parole. She's just out of jail. She's been living in a car. She's desperate.
I would be very interested to see how this movie does ultimately, and I mean
Yeah.
that. And but keep going in a second. Don't lose your spot,
Right.
because
So,
my concern is these kind of movies used to be massively prevalent.
oh, this is
back
like
in the day.
very
Like the hand the rocks to cradle type stuff.
Basic
Like,
Instinct,
with
Hand the
anybody.
Rocks
Basic
Cradle,
Instinct,
all those
Hard
things.
Candy,
Yeah.
Fatal Attraction, a lot of
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
you know. So the woman is just absolutely cruel to this girl. Threatens to fire her. The girl's like begging to keep her job because if she loses her job, she's going to fail parole and go back to prison.
Hey,
Yeah.
MJ, thank you. She said, looking forward to the show. Danny loved Marty Supreme. Well, we appreciate that. We're gonna give him a chance
Yeah,
to
we knew
talk
that.
all about the wonderfulness of that in a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
She's trolling.
And in fact,
That's
I
great.
understand the best thing about the movie is Marty's incredible racial tolerance.
Oh, my
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah,
My
that's
favorite.
just
He makes such a tasteless joke.
You joke, but I've seen those scenes. I find them quite humorous,
You-
actually.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah.
No.
And then,
from
and then
an
he's like,
ironic
I can
place,
say
I'm
that
just
because
like,
I'm
okay,
Jewish.
that's hilarious.
You know, and like, I was like,
That's
no,
what I love.
you can't say it.
That's what I love,
You're
man.
Jewish, bro. Like anyway.
so.
Oh, dude, I've said it before. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm the only person that can call me anything. And it comes to, you know what I'm saying? If I seriously, I'm like, let's go. Go on.
All right, so you go through this whole thing, this whole drama with the wife going crazy, doing all this crazy stuff. The girl finds out when the wife is away. She snoops around a little bit, find out she's on a bunch of like antipsychotics and stuff like that. Except that she's not taking her meds, and because she finds that she's been flushing the
The
meds
wife?
down the toilet.
The wife's
What?
The wife's been flushing her meds down the toilet so that she's not on her antipsychotic meds, which explains
Yeah.
why she's so crazy.
Why she goes psychotic?
You're right.
What do you think is going to happen when you like? There's a reason.
So
the
all of
medicine's
this
not
makes-
called happy
yeah.
pills. They're called antipsychotics.
Right. So you might want to put the spoiler warning up here
All right, hang on.
Because-
2 seconds. Go ahead.
because this is where the movie goes off the rails in a good way. So
in a good way. Okay.
the
Is
wife,
it kind of like a weird, really revert? Because so the wife, basically, at this point, the way you're describing it, deserves it.
the wife,
deserves-
the wife is horrible.
So it's almost okay. So I want to make sure I understand this. I'm not being silly. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
So they've almost taken that genre that we just discussed, all those movies, and they've flipped it where the wife is not the victim this time. The wife may be the instigator who pushes the chick
Right.
over the edge.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
So-
Okay. Cool. I'm
All
actually
right,
very interested.
so then the wife starts threatening the girl again.
As one does.
Yeah, but then she's going away for the weekend with
Hey,
the
Mouthy
daughter.
Sky, good to see you.
She goes away for the weekend with the daughter. She's there alone with the husband, who is of course a dashing, attractive, nice guy.
Right.
And things happen as things always do in these kinds of movies, and they end up screwing.
Well, because they've
Yeah.
already established the fact that the wife's a harridan. It's like the wife's just a complete harpy.
Right.
So the husband's
But
kind of like
The wife is also a
to
very
use me,
clever
make
and
me happy.
paranoid harpy, because the wife first thing gives her a brand new state of the art smartphone with their credit card stuff preloaded on it.
Sure.
And it wasn't until after she had screwed her husband that
As one does.
a casual thing that another person said about her accepting the phone she realized, holy crap, the phone is tracking her every move.
Of
It's
course.
recording everything she does. And so the wife knows that they've screwed. It's like,
Well, you know what this
Thomas,
reminds me of?
the movie's called The Housemaid, by the way, Thomas. In case you're curious,
This is
you
before
sound like you want to go see it.
this is
Yeah.
before Johnny's time. But you remember Cece, right, Mike?
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she did this to me with
Yeah.
the phone. No, this is a true
Stop
story.
it.
Like Mike probably.
So can I say
remembers.
something? You know what's
Yeah.
funny? And this is kind of an inside. And by the way, anybody can say anything they want. My wife and I consider ourselves to be a very healthy level of codependent. And so what we discovered, we both had exes who had issues like that. So what are our solution this time? Share my location.
Oh, dude, same. Me
and
and
all
you
my
do the
crap.
same thing.
We're,
yeah, yeah.
we're just and we are so ridiculously open about this
Life
stuff. It's like, I'm not
360,
messing.
baby.
Yeah.
That's it. Done. My kid, baby, know all Life 360s with her, and I was like, "Really?" She goes, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Good for you guys." Gets rid of
Well,
all
especially
that
since,
nonsense. All that
look,
nonsense.
I'm out driving Uber all day. It'll be so easy for me to, wander off and do something. Not okay. Easy, meaning,
You didn't hear about Squirrel and SpongeBob having the psychotic relationship in the most recent movie there, guys?
Oh yeah, yeah. This is all about
That's exactly
SpongeBob.
what we're talking. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, I don't have an avatar anymore. Man, you
No,
guys
there you go.
deleted me. You guys deleted me.
Yeah, we did. But
Wow.
So
Sometimes the best thing you can do is cut them off. No, I'm kidding.
right.
Yeah, no, it's
No, we love you.
So-
we love you. You'll have
We do
all that.
establish. Okay, so we do know one thing is that the husband has a raging B word for a mother.
Thank God that's what you said. How you ended that sentence.
Yeah. And so
Yeah,
see,
I thought that was going to go another way also.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
so yes, no. But his, but,
Oh,
but
the
his
multi gunman asks, "How's it going?" By the way,
good. How
what's
you
up,
doing,
Multi
multi-gunman? All right, so so the mother brings like this super old fine china that they've had in the family for like 5 generations,
As one does.
and the maid has to put it somewhere where the wife isn't going to drop it or something because she has these rage fits where she grabs dishes and throws them. And
Hold on. A wife who has rage fits, that is crazy.
yeah, I know.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Right.
Danny, have you ever heard of such a thing?
I mean,
Only in his previous relationships.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
I literally,
yeah.
because you've told stories in the past. That's why I was like,
no, I've had an
I think
arm
every
and a
man in this
leg.
room knows has heard.
Yeah, I've had an arm and a leg broken by 2 different exes.
Yeah.
Hey, Aravic, what's going on, brother? We love you.
Also, there's a mysterious groundskeeper that's just kind of weird that you don't really know.
Because why not?
Yeah, and of course
the only thing that would make that more make sense is if the groundskeeper is not only creepy but like a voyeur somehow, and is always trying to like see stuff.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
kind of he gives that vibe because he's always watching. He's always watching her, but never
dude.
says anything.
Nice. Sure.
Uh,
He wants to be
so-
classy.
Right. So then, so when the wife has finally gone off the rails, so after the wife gets back from the trip, and she tells the girl to go to the store. As soon as she leaves, she calls the cops and says her car was stolen.
Dang!
And,
Oh my gosh, she's so trifling. By
Yeah.
the way, back in our generation, kids, we called that trifling because that's straight up what that is.
And think about it.
Wow.
This woman is on
Dude.
parole. And so now in Grand Theft Auto while on parole. She is So the husband gets wind of this. He goes and basically soothes things over with the cops. They come back to the house, and then they come into the house and they basically call the wife down. They're like, what the hell was that? And
Hold
to
on.
have-
So the housemaid and the husband confront the wife about her behavior.
yes, right. And so then the wife is like,
Feels like
you know what? I'm not putting up with this. You're fired to the maid. And
Yeah.
then the husband's
right.
like, no, she's not fired.
Yeah, I'm like, are you seeing what side of the room she's standing on?
Yeah,
She is
He
not
goes-
fired.
And he goes, she's not fired. Get the hell out of my house.
You're fired.
Yeah, because he's the rich one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, where's this wee business?
Yeah,
You
so he's
got-
like, get the hell out of my house. And he's like, and kicks her out, right? And then you see her pulling out and she, in her car, and she's just like screams into the windshield. And so what I'm
Pronouns, pal.
thinking at this point,
She is the wife. Is Scream
The,
One?
the wife, yeah, the wife is leaving the house because the husband kicked her out after all this stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, we still got a little bit of time left in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, this is like over 2 hour movie, and
Oh
so
my gosh!
and
Wow.
so I'm thinking at this
Wait
point,
till I talk about
wife
one.
is going to go total psycho and like come back and try to kill them or something.
Ugh.
You know that's where I think this is
Well,
going
because that's what it
total.
feels like. Right.
It's a
Right.
total reverse Fatal Attraction.
Right. Which makes sense.
Yes. So then we go to this montage of basically the housemaid and the husband having a great
Hold
old
on. How
time.
far in the movie are we?
We're a little bit than halfway through it.
And we're now getting the montage? Like,
Yeah,
that's
and we're getting a
crazy.
montage of the housemaid and the husband having a great old time in the
I'm
house.
just waiting for the wife in the rain at night with lightning illuminating her.
Oh, that's
watching
coming.
from
Don't
far
worry.
away. I knew it.
Yeah, no.
I
So,
knew it.
no. Here's where this is so. Like I said, this movie really caught me by surprise. So,
Okay.
they're having this big old montage about them screwing around in the house.
Sure.
And then she gets up in the morning after one of their fun-filled nights of rigorous lovemaking, and she goes down to the kitchen. Yeah,
Okay, kids, you hear how Gramps described it? Rigorous.
rigorous lovemaking. Yeah. And so she goes down to the kitchen to make him breakfast, and he makes it on,
Yeah.
and she puts it on the fine china. She puts it on a beautiful silver serving tray, and she takes the tray and she's walking into the bedroom, and then right outside the door is the groundskeeper staring at her,
That's awesome. The
and
creepy groundskeeper.
she completely freaks and she drops the tray, shatters the china,
As
that's on the
one
tray.
does.
Yes. So the husband comes down, and and as soon as she explains what happened, so he immediately fires the groundskeeper, and he asks her to pick up all the pieces of the plate so that because he has a guy that might be able to fix it, and so she does. And in the meantime, just so you know, she's been living in an apartment that's like in the attic of this house. It's like a little one-room apartment in the very top room of the
They show that in
house.
the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, and they go up into the attic together, and or no, they don't even do that. I'm sorry. He grabs some champagne, and they drink some champagne together, and then next
There's
thing
also
she
a lot of
knows,
champagne drinking going on. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, there's a lot of champagne drinking in this, and so then she wakes up and she's in her little room that she was living in before the wife was kicked out, and she's like, "What the hell?" So she goes to leave the room, and the door's locked. And she's like, what the hell? And so then she starts pounding on the door. After a few minutes, the husband comes up to the door and she's like, hey, are you there? He's like, yeah, I'm right here. I go, will you let me out? And he goes, well, not quite yet. And and she's like, what? And he's like, well, we have to talk first. And she's like, what? And then we cut. This is where
And
total,
then,
total Tarantino moment, some
woo,
nonlinear storytelling.
of course.
Then we cut.
No. Do they find out that the wife was not crazy?
The wife was not only not crazy, she was locked in that room and
You're a
driven.
liar.
No, she was locked in that room and
Oh
driven
my
into submission
God.
by this guy, who is a complete and utter sadist who trapped her in the room and basically said she couldn't come out of the room. What was it? Oh, they flash back to when they first get together. She was a single mom, and he took under her wing, proposed to her, brought her into his house. And then one day he looks at her head and he's like, "Oh, honey, the roots in your hair are growing out a little bit because she's like, a little bit of brunette growing out." And she goes, "Oh yeah, I'm planning on going to see the hair guy today." And then at the end of the day, he goes, "Oh, you didn't get your hair done?" And she goes, "Well, no, because there was a problem at the school, and so I didn't have time. I rescheduled." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So then he puts her in the room, and when he locks the door, he tells her that she has to then pull out 100 hairs from her head, keeping the follicle intact and giving it to her in order for her to learn the consequence of her actions for not getting her hair done.
Okay, so Thomas, I'm okay. Look, I know the immediate reaction is to want to have that reaction,
But
but
the guy
let's
who's
pause.
presented as a
Let's
really
pause.
nice guy.
That doesn't matter. Let's pause for 2
Yeah.
seconds. The people with money, they're the ones who have the means to go off and do crazy nonsense because they don't have to sit there and have a cover too much because money insulates and protects them.
Not
Okay,
to mention
I
build
don't.
jail cells in their
Not
house.
not every single rich person should be the bad guy, but when you get to stories like this that are very visceral, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We literally have scandals about Epstein and everybody else and P. Diddy. Like, there's things going on in the world that let you know the people with money, they're bored. They're bored and they're doing crazy nonsense like this. So it's not that far of a stretch.
Yeah, because Joe Schmo and Social Security ain't building a custom-made
No,
jail cell in
in
his
no
house.
way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
No, real. It's
yeah.
real.
You know, so
I love the fact that Maleficent is like, what WTF, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what is happening here?
Exactly. So he totally, beat her into submission, and that's why, like, her whole, and then you kind of see all her behavior was basically, every time she was acting up, she was trying to figure out a way to get out of this whole mess, and then he would confront her and say, honey, it's okay. You're just having a breakdown. She goes, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Because he actually had her institutionalized.
So okay. So we're
So,
getting this backstory now. How does this end, bro?
okay. So then he tells.
I'm so clued in right now. I'm
Right.
dialed in.
Well, that's where the most ingenious part of the story. So the wife set this whole thing up because she hired this girl as her maid, not just because he to get an out, which she did. And then by the way, they cut back to her screaming when she's pulling out. And she screams and screams, and then she just starts busting up laughing and floors it to leave.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
and
That
and
is amazing.
yes, but then but not only
So
did
she hired the
did,
housemaid to basically replace herself as this.
not, but more than that, because we never found out why she was in jail in the first place. The reason
She wants her to kill the husband.
she was in jail for murder when she killed a man who was sexually assaulting her roommate.
Oh, she purposely set him up. Oh, so good.
So she
So
kills
good.
kills the husband then?
Not
It's probably-
exactly.
No, the implication is that is the road most
That's
likely.
the road that the
Yeah,
wife
it's
was
very
on.
like it's very like Hitchcock or like those things where they're like, you know what, you paint your own ending, but we're pointing you in the direction that clearly you should be thinking this is going.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm down.
So the whole thing was a
What
setup.
a fun movie! I need
Yeah.
to. I need to
and
see
it,
this
and it
now.
almost worked because they actually she managed to because he demanded for her punishment for breaking the china was
Yeah.
that he slid a piece of the china under the door and said she had to cut 24 marks on her stomach because the china broke into 24 pieces.
Okay, this is crazy.
Yeah, and then he would let her out, right? But he's doing the same thing that he did to his wife, right? He's basically beating her into submission, and so after what she does it.
She pronoun game. She being Sydney Sweeney.
The maid. I don't remember which one. I think Sydney Sweeney is the wife.
No, Sydney
Really?
Sweeney's
No, she's the maid.
Oh, is Sydney Sweeney the maid?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Amanda
Yeah,
Seyfried
trust me.
is the wife.
Okay,
Yeah, they sold the movie on the back figuratively of Sydney Sweeney being the like titillation character. So clearly
Right.
that's
Yeah.
so she does the cutting thing in order to get out of the room. But then you remember she is, something of a badass. We see a little, her whole.
Yeah.
So when he comes in, and he basically approaches her the same way he approached his wife about. So now you understand that there are consequences to your actions. And the wife, and,
so smarmy.
and the wife, of course, broke at this point.
Yeah.
But Sweeney's like, yes, I understand. He goes, and I think you really want to spend your life in a place where you can be comfortable and have everything you want and all that. And she goes, yes, just not with you. And then she takes and she had a little like a trowel kind of thing that was
Oh.
and stabs him in the neck with it.
Woo.
And as he's like recovering from that, she grabs his phone, darts out of the room, and locks the door. So now he's trapped in the room.
That's awesome.
And so then
That's
and he's
good
like,
stuff.
"Let me out, you little." And she goes, "Oh, sure, I'll let you out. But first, you have to
You
do
gotta
something."
cut. Yeah, you gotta do something. That's awesome.
So that she slides some pliers under the doors and says, "I want you to remove your front teeth."
Wow.
Oh.
And because one of the things he's got this beautiful smile, and
Oh.
and he taught and his mother always beat it into him that a person had to have a good smile to present themselves, and so she's like, "Yeah, remove your front teeth,
So
and then
crazy.
I'll let you." And he's like, "I'm
That
not
is so
removing my." Yeah, he's like, "I don't care what you say. I'm not removing my front teeth. It's not going to happen." And she goes, "Oh, okay. And I'll be right back." And then she goes downstairs and she comes back up a few minutes later and she goes, "Boy, this really is some great china." Smash. And he goes,
chat.
"Ooh,
Chat.
look, a
Let us
gravy
know
boat."
what
Smash.
is. Chat. Let us know what is some of your favorite like psychotic relationship movies that you guys have seen, because I
Oh,
know that
this one is
this
up there.
because we mentioned a handful of them, but man, this
Yeah.
sounds like it's a classic tone.
Yeah.
Well,
That kind of movie.
it's sitting at $77 million worldwide.
That's
right
not
now.
bad for
On a
movie.
budget of what?
Yeah.
I wonder. On a budget of what?
I don't know what the budget is. That's a good
Yeah, we
question.
should check a box office
Yeah.
mojo. I'll
Yeah.
check into that.
And so after all this goes down, he finally he's like, "Fine, fine, I'll do it," and he actually does. He pulls out his front teeth with the pliers and slides it out the door. And she goes, "So now let me out." And she goes, "Yeah, I'll talk to you about it tomorrow."
It's a $35 million budget they had.
Oh yeah, so it's doing all right.
But it's doubled
Yeah,
its
man.
money,
Yeah.
so that's cool.
Easily. Yeah, easily.
So she goes downstairs to watch TV. She's kind of drowsy watching TV and all that. Meanwhile, the wife, because of her daughter kind of encourages her, decides she has to go back and help her. And so the wife sneaks into the house, hears the TV, assumes it's the husband, goes upstairs to let her out of the locked
Oh my
room.
God!
Yeah.
Look at the drama unfolding.
Yes.
The
And so that's
convenient
where
drama
things
is
yeah.
so convenient. But I love it.
Yeah.
This is so amazing.
But the thing is, it's all stuff that you would buy. It's not
Sure.
stupid things. Because,
No,
if you're sneaking into the house, you're not going to think that this little girl overpowered him.
No, of course.
You know,
I mean, even though you set her up there with that hopeful intent in mind, is
Right.
that she might just turn on him the way. So I mean,
but
I
when
would
she
think that
when
there's a
she
measure
approaches
of-
the house, though, she looks up to the window where the cell room is, and she sees the lights on in there, so she knows that she's in that room.
right, because
Or
that's
but at least she thinks it's her. It's actually him.
crazy.
And so, but it's a logical it's a logical leap to think that, okay,
Yeah, of course.
TV's on, that's got to be him. Let me try to sneak past him, let her up,
Right.
and then they'll quietly sneak out and live happily ever after. You know,
Right, exactly. Or at least get
Yeah.
scot free and let his goofy butt find somebody
So
else.
did
to
he
mess
kill
with.
her for her troubles?
well, so he opens the door, and actually, it's kind of because it's like just as she's going up the stairs, and then Sweeney realizes what's going on. She's running up the stairs, and just as she's like, "No!" Just as she unlocks the last
And
lock,
dude comes out like a bull, doesn't he?
the door swings open, and he's like, "Oh, Nina, I missed you so much." And then he grabs her and like throws her against the wall.
Ah!
And it's like, oh crap, things are not looking good, right? And so
Thomas,
There's-
what fun would that be? Thomas asked if only the wife would have called the cops.
well, here's the problem. The police have been involved multiple times already. And in every single case, husband was the hero.
Sure. That makes sense.
And so and this is another thing that I know some people don't like as far as movie tropes, but it's 100% true. Absolute wealth buys you justice.
Yeah, it's true.
You know.
I'll go with that.
All right. So what happened in the end, man? Just
Okay, so what happened in the end was the two women managed to knock him down a staircase, killing him.
Which
okay.
I'm okay with
And
that kind of an ending.
yeah, and then they're like, "What are we gonna do?" Oh, and it turns out the groundskeeper was gonna help the wife escape, but they never got their plan
Because
together.
he's creepy.
Yeah,
Don't be skeevy if you plan to help.
right. But they're trying to figure out what to do, and they come up with the story that he was trying to change a light bulb and he fell down.
Oh my God, really?
Right. But,
Forget
and
the
they're like,
lacerations to the front teeth.
well, that's the thing. It's like, she's like, they're never going to buy this. And she goes, well, it's all we got. And so then the police show up. They're investigating this female cop who we've seen earlier in the
Bro.
movie.
How many buttons does this ending have? We asked for the ending. We're going into the third act. What's going on?
I know, but this is the final.
Really?
Yeah,
After all the other hoorahs?
Yeah. So the cop is sitting down with her, and with the wife, and she's like, "So, husband fell from the top of the stairs."
Let me get the story straight. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, so, and she goes, "Yeah, that must have be what happened because I was out and the housemaid was off for the week." And
Oh,
and so she's
well
actually
done.
covering for her now.
Yeah, well
And-
done.
And she's like, well, that's interesting, but he had a lot of lacerations and some broken bones, and
bounced a
his
lot
front
when he fell.
teeth were missing, and that's not really typical of a fall. And she's like, yeah, I it's just kind of weird. I can't really explain it. And then the cop leans back for a second and goes, a few years ago, my sister came to my house completely destroyed and broken, and she was never the same again. And she was my sister Amanda. And then the wife was like, Amanda? Because she mentioned that was the girl before her.
Wow.
It was the sister of the cop. And she goes, yeah. Anyway, it's a shame what can happen in some of these freak accidents.
Bro. That's so scary. That dude, that was awesome. That's like karma times 2.
Right.
It's like it not only came around, it came around again and
Yes.
made sure that it got you. God.
So then they have to throw one last thing on top
Oh,
of
did
all.
they really?
Yes. So then, so she gives the girl $100,000 to help her start a new life. The wife and the daughter go off to the West Coast to try and start over, and then you see Sweeney sitting down with a woman, and the woman is like, "So yeah, I really appreciate you coming for this interview. What made you think about being a housemaid?" And she goes, well, it just kind of, fell into my lap, and it's something that I found I was good at. And she goes, yeah. And it's funny because Nina actually recommended you. She recommended you specifically. And, I got to tell you, and then she's kind of fiddling with the like knife block and there because they're sitting in the kitchen. She goes, my husband is kind of a hard man to please. And so and then Sweetie's like,
Oh, this
when
is a
can I
thing.
start?
That's awesome.
Cut to black, so
Oh, that's kind of dope. Like that. What a
Yeah.
wonderful twist
I
on
was
those.
so surprised by how good
Because
this movie was.
it started like you explained, very tropey, but
Yes.
then quickly shifts, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, what's the lay of the land? And by the end of this thing, I feel like they've told a unique. It was a new way of telling an old story, and I think that's
Right.
awesome. Good job.
So anyway, I know that took a long time to explain, but that's my way of saying first movie of the year was a banger, man. So
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
good things about it, and
Yeah.
it's shit. It's doing well at the box office. So
But
Yeah.
you know what's really burning up the critics right now? An amazing film starring one Timothy Chalamet, known as Marty. Yeah, totally. Marty Supreme, and I hear wonderful things. And MJ has said,
Danny
this
loved
guy,
it.
this guy's a fan. So I would love to hear your take. By the way, if everybody doesn't realize I'm winding him up on purpose, yeah, he hates this movie. Go on, sir.
yeah, not to bury the lead, but this movie
Yeah,
was
no.
No cussing, right? You don't want me cussing, right?
You know, a little. I don't. Whatever. Just let's keep it. I think reasonable.
I'd say like try to keep it PG-13.
PG-13.
There
I
you
get
go.
one F. I get one
Well,
F.
you get one F-bomb per
All
show.
right. I'm using it for this.
You're it.
This Marty Supreme is fucking terrible. I don't. It's
Wow.
terrible. It
Yeah.
went on and on forever. I don't know how long it was. It felt longer than Avatar, and it might.
Hey, ABJ, we're talking about Marty Supreme right now. The one before that was The Housemaid, right? Housemaid.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the one that that Salty was describing, probably when you came on board, that was The Housemaid, and now we're talking about Marty Supreme. Which, if you, by the way, for context, the world is filleting this movie
I
like
seem
the
to be
second
the
coming.
only person who doesn't.
I haven't seen it, so I have no opinion yet. But I know that
wait, does Critical Drinker
nothing-
love this movie?
I don't know. Probably.
I have not seen this movie yet, but I know that nothing about what I have seen, regardless of what Danny's going to say or not, it made me think I want to see this. And in fact, a lot
I
of
saw
the
the
stuff
trailer
he's
and I'm
done-
like, who cares?
yeah, and a lot of the stuff he's done in promotion of it, being a jerk and stuff, has kind of turned me off on him.
Well,
in general.
so this movie first came onto my radar. I'm a huge, sorry, Mike, huge wrestling fan, and Cody Rhodes has a podcast called "What Do You Want to Talk About?"
Yeah, I've heard a couple episodes.
And Timothy Chalamet was on his show.
Really?
And it's the first time he's had a Hollywood actor on his show.
Interesting.
And so I watched and it turns out Timothy Chalamet knows he's a big wrestling fan, lifelong wrestling fan, knew his stuff. They were talking about wrestling, and the reason they'd had the interview is because Timothy Chalamet is a huge wrestling fan, and he wanted to take Cody Rhodes to see the movie at some premiere, and then
Marty Supreme. Baby J says name sounds like Bruce Almighty Part 3. Yeah,
It does. It really does.
I get that. I get that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So, and Cody Rhodes gave the movie like a glowing review. That said, I still haven't planned on seeing it because I've wanted to see. I've seen Avatar twice in IMAX 3D, and I wanted to see it in 40X.
I hear it looks amazing.
It's fucking gorgeous, dude.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
So,
Almost
but
as good as
I
fun.
still haven't got to see it in 40X, mostly because I don't have a job and I'm broke. Donations are being accepted, I think. I don't know. I used to have a link. Who knows? Anyway, but so her daughter. So I took her daughter. So MJ and I saw it like preview night.
Sure. Okay.
And then I loved it. We did our immediate out of the theater reaction, and then I did a show with you guys where you were so gracious to let me talk about it. And then we took her daughters to see it, or maybe it was before. I can't remember the timeline. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we saw it a second time with her kids, and then her kids really wanted. They're big Timothy Chalamet fans, and they wanted to see Marty Supreme. And I'm like, I'm not seeing it. And they're like,
I'm not dignifying this movie with my money.
And they were like, well, we'll pay for it. I was like, okay. So, and my God, it was
cannot turn away a free movie.
Somebody look up the runtime. This movie, I kept leaning. So it was her two daughters, MJ, and me.
2 hours and 30 minutes, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's hour two.
He's like longest 2 hours. That is 2 hours and too long.
Yeah, it was terrible. So there would be times where I would lean over to MJ and I'm like, I hope you know I love you, because I would have literally walked out of this movie.
This is what you were telling me about when you said that you kept saying when's the movie over? When's the movie gonna be finished?
Yeah, like
he didn't realize you were doing it.
And at the end of so when we're in the car talking about the movie, none of us liked it, but her oldest daughter was like, yeah, well, it was kind of hard to even try to like it because it seemed like you were complaining the whole time. And I was like, no,
okay.
And then I didn't realize she could hear me talking to her mom throughout because I was just like, when is this going to end? It was just so bad.
So you're the guy that ignores
That's
the whole,
it.
At AMC, we ask you to please don't talk, don't text, don't post. You did all three during this movie.
It was
I'm not having this discussion with you, announcer man. I have things to say during this movie.
It was so bad. Like, you don't care about any of every character in the movie is a despicable human being.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone
Like-
said I saw someone else's review and they said like nobody's redeemable in this. thing.
Nobody. Like
that's
Marty
rough.
is a piece of shit. Gwyneth Paltrow is a cheating piece of shit. Her husband
Wow.
is a piece of shit. The girl that he knocks up in the beginning of the movie is a
Spoilers.
piece of shit.
I'm kidding.
it just I didn't care. In fact, there's one scene with Penn Jillette where I'm like, please kill this guy. Like I'm just like, kill him. And I thought that's how they were gonna. And he doesn't die. And it's like
He doesn't die.
You know, the funny thing though, Danny, is
so
that like when
Yeah,
I
he's
went to
like,
go see the housemaid, when I went to see the housemaid, midway through the movie, I was actually feeling how you felt because the movie was about a husband who cheated on his wife with a housemaid who was willing to screw this guy because the wife is a complete psycho. I was like, nobody in this movie is any good. And then, of course, it redeemed the movie at the end. But
yeah,
Yeah,
no, like there was nothing.
That's rough.
So the whole point of this, you think anyway, is for him to get to some national, like, so at the beginning of the movie, he's in the ping pong table tennis national championship.
Yeah, I saw that in the trailers. That
And
whole
he comes in second. So, and that's at the beginning of the movie. So the whole point of the movie is for him to get to the next year's championships in Tokyo to beat the guy who beat him so he can be the champ, right?
yeah, so Rocky, but with ping pong.
But it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. He gets all the
Really?
way to he gets all the way to spoilers, sorry. He gets all the way to Japan. They don't let him play because he's such a despicable asshole. They're like, we don't care how good you are. We don't like you, essentially. So
wow, that's rough.
yeah, so he goes,
I just suddenly have more respect for ping pong.
yeah. And then
Don't mess with ping pong, bro, right?
and then the movie ends with him magically deciding, oh, I want to be a dad after. Like, because the whole movie is like, that's not my kid. Because the chick is married. Nobody in this movie is any good. They're all terrible
It's
people.
rough. That's real rough.
And it was just so bad. And yet it's on Jeremy John's best of. It's on Dan Murrell's best. It's on all these people's top 3 movies of the year. I'm sorry, best movie of the year, Sinners, hands down. I don't care what anybody says.
I'll take you on that one, but
no, Sinners is the best movie that I've seen. To be fair, there's a lot of movies I didn't get to see.
So my when I did during my new live stream show, I did my 10 favorite things I watched, because I can't say best of anything. It's just
Right,
what
yeah.
did for me, my favorite was Superman for one reason, not because like it is. Now, I wouldn't put it head to head with Sinners. What I mean, for me, I went into that movie having 100 expectations, and for me, it met all of them. So that immediately, regardless of most, because obviously story and character and acting, those things are all part of my list as well. But as a whole, it for me did everything I wanted it to do in such a wonderful way that's what solidified it as my favorite.
How many
I
times
had
have you
nothing.
watched
It was not objective in the least. By the way, there's nothing objective
and
about
that's
that.
fair. How many times have you seen Superman?
16.
Nice.
I own it. I own it now. I own it. I
And
bought it on
still-
VOD,
and
and I
it-
watch
It still holds up for you.
for me every time.
But beautiful.
I'll
And
say
I am
this.
I'm so happy to hear that, because I
appreciate
saw it
that.
the first time I saw it. I loved it. I
Sure.
did. I loved it. But then I saw Fantastic Four like a week later, and
Fantastic Four, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy Fantastic Four.
I saw Fantastic Four in the theater like 6 times in the theater.
That's
Loved
awesome.
it so
Right
much.
on, man.
Never went
Fantastic
back.
Four to me is a better film than Superman.
Yeah.
I think Superman was good for what it was, because what James Gunn was trying to do was to make the comic books on the big screen, which is something DC had not yet done.
Right.
And so
And he had to do it in a way that didn't feel like Marvel.
right.
Yeah.
Because Marvel's going for a weird superhero realism, if that makes sense.
Right. And so I would say this for Superman, mission accomplished, but I still think Fantastic Four was a better film.
Yeah,
Sure. Right on.
that's why I was asking about the rewatchability, because I've only seen Superman twice. I
You know,
watched it
real-
once.
Because I really haven't said anything about Fantastic Four. Can I say
Yeah.
something good about Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
I loved it. Is such a science movie. which is
Yes.
what the comics always were. The comics were so they're running from the Silver Surfer, and you're seeing this black hole style like warp effect that's genuine to what we've observed, and that's so neat. They did such a great job of solidifying. Marvel was always these are real life
Well-
people dealing with sciencey super issues, and DC was always these are gods among men. And I
Right.
feel like the tones.
It's
for
like
me-
a Star Trek, Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
And I would say, like even in the Fantastic Four movie, when Reed tries to simplify things to explain it, he brings up the fulcrum equation to try and simplify things for people. And it's like he's giving you algebra in order to make it easy. So
So what I was gonna say is when I watched Superman for the second time, I didn't like it as much.
Mhm.
Every single time I paid money 6 times. Every single time I watched Fantastic Four, I loved the movie. I saw something different, and I loved it. Superman made me feel. I remember how it made me feel the first time I saw it, and I did, and I genuinely loved it. And then I saw Fantastic Four, so I don't know what that says about me. You know
well,
what I
and
mean?
also
Real quick, Melfi Sky says I like Lex Luthor in the Superman movie. He was a lot better than the one from Superman v Batman. I agree with you, and that's not a Snyder broke insult.
No.
I just agree. I didn't like that performance of Lex Luthor. Thank you.
Yeah,
Corn Sweat
Nicholas Hoult was really good as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I think Corn Sweat was a definitive Superman. Cavill was a Elseworlds Superman.
Yeah.
And now the difference though is that like Ben Affleck's Batman is still the best Batman we've ever seen. And I would love to see Ben Affleck's Batman in the Corn Sweat's Superman universe. That's never going to happen. Of course.
Speaking of Batman, so after we watched Marty Supreme, I was like, I got to get the taste of this movie out of my mouth. This is terrible.
Would you watch the Batman again? Or
So
something?
her oldest daughter,
He's like, I feel violated by this movie.
her oldest daughter is a huge fan of the Batman, and I'd only seen it once. I'd only seen it once, and that was when I saw it in the theater. And so we watched it. Yeah, so we watched it together. Me, MJ, and her oldest daughter at her dad's house. MJ's dad's is always granddad's house, and I liked it. I didn't remember liking it so much, but I really thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
So
I think that
watched it again on the heels of Penguin, and I appreciate it much more.
I haven't seen Penguin yet.
Oh, holy crap. Okay, wait. Danny, listen to me. Listen to me. If you hear nothing else that I ever say right now,
He's
you
cooking
need
right
to
now.
binge Penguin this week.
Okay.
I'm dead serious.
Okay.
It is so effing good.
It's on
gonna change
HBO
life.
Max, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to change.
It's their original property.
Wasn't it one of those that came out like it's like I'm having a hard time with Fallout because I gotta wait for the episode.
Yes, they came out week by week. Yeah.
Like so right now I've been so I went on a recent binge tear through Boston Legal because I'd never seen it.
Yeah, great show.
I
love Boston Legal.
Oh, dude, I love it so much. I
Real
went through
quick.
it way too fast.
ABJ as a comic reader did not like Affleck's rendition, but it may have just been the script's fault. That's fair, and dude, thank you, ABJ. I appreciate that. You're entitled to your opinion, man. Rock on.
Yeah. So when I finished Boston Legal, I didn't know what to watch next. So I tried to watch. I was talking to MJ.
Dude, should I tell you what you should have done right now off the gate? You should have slid right over into Raymond Reddington zone, the Blacklist.
So okay,
contrast bro, I've done it. I've done that.
You got ahead of me. So
okay. It's so good.
So I'm on season 3, episode 4 of Blacklist right now.
Yeah, man.
But what my plan was, the reason I love Boston Legal so much was obvious, Captain Kirk with William Shatner. So I was trying to
by the way, is had such a renaissance during that show. He did some amazing acting, I thought.
He really did.
I loved everything.
I did too. And so after it, I wanted to watch Shit My Dad Says, because I loved that when it first came out. And I couldn't find, I even tweeted it. It is not online. Like it's not streaming anywhere.
I didn't know that.
So I was talking to my MJ, and she hasn't seen it, and we couldn't find it. So then she's like, she recommends Blacklist, I'm loving it, man. Like I said, season 3, episode 4 right now. Don't like. I'm like 90% sure he's her dad. Don't spoil it for me if he's not. But
It's
like that's
it's a wonderful show. It's a wonderful.
yeah.
I think he does an amazing job. The stories are very nuanced in a way that I didn't realize I really would enjoy, because I'm not normally a procedural person, but this doesn't really, this tiptoes in procedural territory, but never really becomes that.
Well, you never get, and the cool thing about it is you actually never get the end. Like usually in procedurals, at the
Right.
end of it, you find out what happens to the bad guy. Like he goes to jail or he dies or
Yeah.
whatever. In this show, they just do their thing, and then like you may.
And if
not.
Raymond needs him,
Yeah.
he was met somewhere else and took over. And you're like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
No, it's good. It's real good.
It's,
The whole
it,
thing.
I've been really enjoying it, and I've been just tearing through. Like I've like I said, see, I'm on the episode where Pee Wee Herman maybe killed his adopted son,
Sure.
Dembe. I'm not sure if he's dead yet, so don't tell me if he is, but I think he's dead. You know, and I haven't finished the episode yet. So like,
Can I tell you a funny little tidbit, little thing here? So when 11 Labs first came out, I was practicing it. I wanted to play with cloning voices and stuff, and so I grabbed an entire monologue of Raymond Reddington and I cloned James Spader's voice. It did never use it for anything publicly. I use it privately. But what I did was I had him read the Three Little Pigs in the 11 Labs app, because it gives you certain stories that you can have a voice read to listen. And it did not disappoint. It was great. It's like, so there she went to the bowl of porridge and saw it, and you're like, oh my God, it's hilarious. It's the funniest thing ever.
the key
it's
to
great.
doing James Spader's voice is to just slow everything down. Lower.
I can't get that guy protagonist shows. ABJ says, I don't know.
Okay.
I used to feel that way about some of this stuff, but I don't know, man. Sometimes if the writing's compelling, you can get me into almost anything.
Hey, if the writing's good, I might have liked Marty Supreme, but it was just bad.
You know,
What were you gonna say?
I
What were you
gotta
gonna say, sir?
though, since you were talking about Shatner's performance, I looked him
God,
up.
really?
No, this is actually interesting. So he was nominated for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series for Boston Legal in 2006, 7, 8, and 9. Never won.
What?
However, get this.
That's
In
crazy.
2004, he won for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series,
On
The Practice,
on The
playing Danny Crane.
Oh, you son of a gun!
And,
Shatner.
That was Shatner, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because he played Denny.
Played
It's
Danny
not-
Crane
Denny
in
Boston
The
Legal.
Practice.
You know, Boston Legal came from The Practice. That was
Yeah.
a spinoff.
I went back, and after, so actually before I watched Blacklist, I watched the last season of
Yeah.
Boston Legal, and I
Right.
wish I'd watched them in order, because it like, oh, okay, that's why that chick was there. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So he did win also in 2005 for the first season of Boston Legal. He did win that one. But then he was nominated every single year after that and didn't win.
Dude, he's amazing in the show. He's so
Yeah.
good.
He was really
And then, dude, when he did, listen, I don't care about your political affiliations. When he did that whole scene at the very, very end, when he said who he voted for, I loved it. I loved the way they did that. I thought it showed a camaraderie. It showed a tone of. My wife and I talked about this because we watched it recently. I said, we don't have this kind of tone anymore.
Right.
This is a communal tone that says we may not agree and it's cool, and but you know what? I'll still share a cigar with you. We're still friends. We'll talk, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe I can be swayed to a different way of thinking.
But if you
Amazing.
want-
And,
Like
and
that's communication. That's nuanced. And I'm
Well,
like, where's that writing gone?
I
but
love
if you
how
want
Shatner's
absolute
Denny
proof-
Crane would use the word Democrat as an insult.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's so funny. Yeah.
And someone would say, how dare you say that? And he'd be, Denny Crane.
Denny Crane.
Denny Crane. But no,
It's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
if you want absolute proof positive, though, that all these awards are politically motivated and people get screwed that absolutely deserve the award, in 1978, William Shatner was nominated for a Saturn Award and didn't win for Kingdom of the Spiders.
Dude, I remember seeing that movie.
Oh God, I know
That
the movie, but
movie.
I've never seen it because
Oh, you've
Oh
never
my
seen
gosh,
it?
dude! It is by the end of the
I
movie,
know of it. I know of
like
it. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
the
It's just
spiders
it's
have.
just Captain Kirk as a hick. I mean, that's all
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
That's
Well,
awesome.
and by the end of the movie, the spiders have taken over the world, and they've webbed up the whole house, and they don't. It doesn't really have an ending. Like, I mean, you
Well, the
basically.
ending is they all die.
I mean, well, you assume they all die. You don't see them die, but yeah.
Well, that's because they didn't have the budget to actually kill
Yeah.
them.
Right. Yeah.
Hilarious. Jeez.
I mean, like the whole movie was basically people walking around tarantulas that look like they're half asleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and going, oh no, poisonous spiders.
I want to,
No,
and the messed up thing is I didn't even see the unedited. I saw it like on USA Network.
yeah.
You know what I
Sure.
mean, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you're not missing much. I mean, there is the one, the one dick shot of Shatner, but other than
Yeah,
that.
they didn't show that on the USA Network. So.
Oh, by the way, which speaking of which, one thing that
Real quick. Hang on. ABJ says also Breaking Bad tried hard, just couldn't continue. I need you to know I never finished it. I did not watch the last season because it got so bad for me because I have two modes that I can't do. I couldn't watch The Office because the cringe factor was killing me. I do not do well with embarrassing humor. Like humor where people feel awkward, it makes me like start to literally pull inward. And then the other thing is horrible cruelty with no repercussions because I want to just jump into the screen and kill and just choke them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I can't do it. So those two modes are very difficult for me to
I
navigate.
haven't seen much of Breaking Bad, to be honest.
I never watched The Office, but I did binge Breaking Bad. I never watched Better Call Saul. Everybody tells me I
Better
should.
Call Saul, I watched, which because I liked Saul Goodman from the couple episodes, seasons rather I watched.
I did.
I think that my big problem is when shows to me
Feel
go
you.
downhill. Great shows that go down, like Dexter. Dexter was really good for 3 seasons, and then it went on for 5. And it was just like
That's what everybody says.
yeah.
Everybody, that's what their concern was about the new one, which they said is doing well.
I haven't
That,
seen any of the new ones because
I never watched Dexter.
I guess
let
the new
alone
one
the new
feels very much like those first good seasons or whatever.
yeah. Well, the thing like John Lithgow.
Oh yeah, hold on. Lore Reloaded. I absolutely watch The Boys. Why? Because what's going on?
Yeah, I don't watch.
Oh, you hate the '90s so I hate the '90s so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I will fight you on the
boys.
boys. Lord.
Yeah,
the
the
boys
boys
is absolute crap.
lost me last season. I may just because I'm a completionist, I may watch the last season whenever it comes out. But the previous
I'm done with them.
dude, there was I can't even remember what it was. I just remember it was back when I was not doing great. I was dating that 23-year-old. You remember her? I had her on the show once. It was around that time, and it was terrible mistake. I'm never dating anybody who's 2 decades. I mean, hopefully, I'll never have to date again because I have MJ and she's my soulmate. We're gonna, live happily ever after. But yeah, there's something happened during that one of the episodes. I don't even think I finished that season. Where I turned it off. I was like, I've had enough. It's gore for gore's sake. It was just
It's the Howard Stern of superhero shows. It's just
I'd say it's worse than
shock
that.
jock.
So okay, so for me, they've managed much like I was the guy defending the orgy scene in Peacemaker. I'm going to for me because the show, by the way, is extraordinarily gratuitous, and I have found myself at times being like, wow, how do I keep going? They have continually, especially now that they've integrated the integrated Gen V into the storyline, as in it's more tightly interwoven. There's a really fascinating story at play about not only the stuff that it was built around, which is being sort of a takedown of superheroes and capitalism, the whole 9 yards and all that, but it's I don't know. There's a nuance there about genetic manipulation, about how we as a culture start to build our heroes up. I don't know. There's something about the show at its core, the story elements that really talk to me, and that's just as a creative person.
And plus, I mean, like Juan really likes the boob fetish that Homelander has. So
No, that's not the same thing. He said, "I don't watch things with unreal." That's just the weirdest thing ever.
I posted that. I put that up at Twitter. I think Laura's absolutely right.
You said, hold on, no, you need to go back and rewind it. I didn't say that. What I said was, when it comes to cringy things,
You said absolute cruelty. That's
right. I'm sorry, these are cartoonish superheroes blowing people's body up. That's not the same thing as, say, Raymond Reddington slowly taking your nails out. Why? Because one is very real. One is a very realistic thing that can happen in real life. And after a while, you start to push those, especially Breaking Bad, when he just becomes negative. Like, he literally absorbs this darkness into himself, becomes, and there's no repercussions for anything. He is consistently, the stakes continue to grow. And I know that in the end of I know how this series ends. But at the same time, it's like, there's nothing that is redeemable characteristic wise for me. Am I a hypocrite? I don't care. I just know that as far as I'm concerned,
I would say
there's a difference between those concepts to me.
And entertainment is subjective, of course, but
Absolutely.
you know, but because for me, Boys absolutely crosses that line. To me, Boys, I see that as,
And I told you, I walked that I walked that tightrope.
There's to me, there's no one
I have
redeemable.
no fight for you.
Speaking of things that are not redeemable, do you really want to make your argument now for as to why SpongeBob is better than Avatar?
Oh God!
Oh sure.
Really?
So both, of course, have a whole lot of really exotic undersea locations. The difference.
The thing is, on its face so far, I agree with him.
Hold up. Is SpongeBob in 3D?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not only that,
Not only that,
it's pretty good 3D too.
Yeah, SpongeBob's 3D, I would dare say, is better than Avatar.
Oh, that's
By the way,
blasphemy. That's
hold,
blasphemy.
real quick. The first person who said anything to me about SpongeBob, no, it was not you, Michael. The first person who said anything about SpongeBob said to me, "You know what's funny? They really are still telling good jokes, and I love the humor." And then they said, "And the 3D is really good too."
Yeah, as opposed to Avatar, you say, "Oh, the 3D is amazing."
The 3D is amazing, dude.
I felt like I was on an amusement park ride for 3.5 hours.
Wait until you see a sponge that can literally jump out of the screen at you.
Look, I don't know why.
And wait, here's the mic drop moment. You ready? SpongeBob delivers a solid story in exotic undersea locations in incredible 3D in less than 3 hours, and doesn't preach at you.
And I dare say inspires you to, if nothing else, have friends, be friendly, all that's the positive nonsense that it does.
Yeah. Although there is kind of a dark ending because Squidward ends up in hell.
What?
Well,
What is happening?
so SpongeBob has only made $64 million worth.
Okay, real quick, ABJ.
That's not an argument for what's better. That's just
ABJ says a friend of mine is a big SpongeBob fan. He's like, it's his top quality story writing. Okay, real fast, and I told this to the guys before the show. My father one day came out of the blue and says to me, "You know about the SpongeBob thing?" And I'm like, "What? No, what are you talking about?" Like, when it first was coming out, he goes, "Yeah, check it out." And he walks me through SpongeBob, explains the concept to me like a grown man explaining it to another grown man. He's like, "Yeah, then there's this other guy who lives across the way. He's like a squid. He's like green with a big head, and he's got this funny voice." And I'm like, and I'm sitting here, he's explaining this thing to me. So now fast forward to this, and I'm like, how? And he said to me, he goes, when he was done telling everything, he goes, this is $1 billion idea, man. They got something here. And I'm like, that's amazing. My father.
SpongeBob has been going for 16 seasons on Nickelodeon. There are 330 episodes of SpongeBob, and this is movie number 5.
So look,
hold on, it's the 5th SpongeBob movie?
It is.
I've got nothing.
Bro, Avatar's got to catch up, man.
Avatar's way behind.
I got nothing against SpongeBob. I just, with my kids' ages and my age, I guess, I just missed that boat. I was still at the dock when that boat took off. I
had to go off on the deep end. ABJ says Bluey is actually good. My daughter would agree with that. My daughter agrees with that.
It's Bluey.
Exactly. Don't worry about it. So it's a kid's show, but it's very they do the thing.
So if you guys want to talk about Blue's Clues, I'll talk about that all day long because that might.
Dude,
have
you seen Homeboy's YouTube channel?
Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His interviews are so good.
Yeah.
And he's got that nonsense. He has like a grown up version of what he used to have. So it's like that window that you can. And I'm like, stop it. Stop making my childhood like grow up and be this now.
Yeah, I raised my 27-year-old on Blue's Clues, and it's I love it. And we have a shorthand now with like, hey, here's your letter, you know.
Oh my god,
mail
I love that.
time. Mail
Oh,
time.
Laura, I gotta put Laura's up real quick. He says, "Avatar's grown up Bluey." Yes.
Okay.
I love
Well,
it.
maybe
I
I'll
love
have
it.
to check this Bluey out then. I don't know because I really like Avatar.
Or maybe you should just watch something really good and watch SpongeBob in 3D
Melphis
in
guy
theaters.
Melphis guy says, "Fun fact: Squidward's voice actor was in Heavy Metal. He voiced Hanover Fist." Oh my god, I love that so much. Heavy Metal,
wow.
you know that
Yeah.
I love those movies. I love those. Those movies are
I
great.
saw that
Those
movie
are-
way too young with the.
Oh,
Harold
dude, everybody,
Ramis
yeah, of course we did
character
on a
doing
VHS.
all
That
the-
your
Everybody saw
Yeah.
that movie too young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the movie way
people
too
who were grown ass men watched that movie and were like,
You know what? It was really good that people. It's got like two different titles, but it was in the same animation style. But it was the Rock and Roll or the Ring.
Yes,
or,
I know exactly
you
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen it recently. In fact, I saw
Yeah.
it. It came,
I remember when that. I remember when the big dumb character died. I haven't seen it in forever, like probably 20, 30 years. I cried because I saw it as a kid.
Oh,
My
yeah,
mom,
dude, totally.
you know.
That's awesome.
I'll have to go back and watch it, but I can't.
What a small
find
world,
it.
bro. Seriously,
Yeah,
good job.
Yeah. What Rock and
See, this is
Rule
when
or
he's
what was it
classy.
called? Was it called Rock and Rule?
Fire,
It had-
it was like fire. It was like fire and some. Was it Fire and Ice?
No, it had two. I remember it had two titles though. Like it was in the.
Are you looking
theaters,
for
one-
Salty?
No,
Oh,
Figures. Thought you were doing something useful.
I am.
Nice. All right.
No, I found it. It's called Rock and Rule. Came out in 1983. So, fuck, dude, I was 4 when I saw this. Mom, are you in the chat? What were you doing taking me to this movie?
Your mom, hey, your mom's a player when it comes to cinema. She's seeing all the
She
things.
was too busy on the cocaine. That's all it was.
That's right. Going to see all the
that's
things.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's why she let me see Heavy Metal too young. That scene with Harold Ramis doing the cocaine all over the spaceship with his 3 nostrils or whatever. It's like that's that booger sugar she loves so much.
You didn't see it that early, she says. Hold on, Penny, here we go. You didn't see it that early. Why do I look? I feel like her little avatar in her face is like going.
Well, I was still young, Mom. It might not have been when I was 4, but it was definitely when we lived in Texas.
She's literally breastfeeding you while you're watching this terrible movie.
I actually loved it. I remember loving. I have to go back and watch it because it's probably not as good as I remember. But
nothing is.
Yeah.
But the nostalgia factor's there. Bro.
I just remember like when the big dumb retarded character died, I cried. I remember like in you know who I'm talking about, right? Like the
exactly. You don't have to describe him again. Yes, we know.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't.
Please don't describe him again.
In the 80s, they could get away with
You can
saying
drop
the
your
R word.
F-bomb, but using that word is...
Can't use the R word. Sorry.
We just got canceled, just so you know.
No, I didn't say the F.
I didn't know Eugene Levy was Captain Stern. That's awesome. Oh my god, Melfi's guy, I feel like is watching listening to a completely different show, but once in a while the answers and the questions just happen to jibe and vibe right because like that's what I feel like is going on. I'm sorry. Can I finally talk about Stranger Things?
Yes.
No, you guys didn't catch this at all, did you? You guys just stayed off.
The last
I saw
episode,
season 1.
I saw season 1, and I started watching season 2.
Yeah, we
Right.
watched like the first few episodes of season 2. And
Yeah, they were like Ghostbusters or something for Halloween.
Right, that was the big gimmick, right?
That was the last thing I've seen. of Stranger
Which
Things.
honestly, let me say this real quick.
Sure, go for it.
So I don't know anything about the actual storyline of season 5, but when I did a quick overview, like high level search on what happened over the course of time with Stranger Things, it sounds like half the kids in this small town in the 1980s were gay. And don't get me wrong, I'm not homophobic, but that's a load of crap.
That is not true. Nothing
No,
about what
first of
you
all,
just said is true. Only
Well,
one
I don't know
character is
if
gay.
I don't. know
That's
if
not true.
Oh no,
either.
true. No. Robin, right? Robin and Will are the only two ones.
Well,
There are
spoiler alert, I didn't know any of them were gay, but in the
Yeah, no,
80s.
yeah, Robin was no, she, yeah, things. Oh, okay, so since we're just jumping into that deep end, let me start there then. The biggest issue that I had with the scene, the Will coming out scene, was the level of acceptance everyone in the room had. And I don't mean, look, I wasn't looking for an all-out rejection. I'm not looking for people to cuss him out or leave or disown him. But what I would have loved to see is a tiny bit of ambiguity by his mother, because she would have, that would have rocked her world, no matter what they've been through. Even if she's just like, I need a minute to process this. I think Hopper should have said something crass, or if not him, Murray at least, because like either one of them could have played the Archie Bunker role in that moment and said the thing that may or may not be appropriate. And I just felt like the whole thing felt contrived. It felt like, hey, wait a minute, did you guys just jump to this year? Because it doesn't feel like the 80s.
That's
The
what I'm
80s
saying.
was
It's
the height of
not a 1980s show.
So
Yeah.
to tie into Stranger Things, so one of the episodes of Blacklist.
Yes, by the way, it's exactly what you just heard.
No, that's
Yeah.
not what I said.
basically.
100% what
No.
you just
I
heard.
said I didn't watch it because
No,
I
the
didn't care about
curmudgeonly salty one.
Hold on. I said I stopped watching a few episodes into season 2. Nobody had been come out as gay by that point. And
I guess that's why I didn't know they were gay. So
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
either
sorry.
until
I'm
today.
sorry. I believe we have counseling happening here now. Daniel, do you remember when your dad took us to see Basic Instinct?
Well,
what is happening here?
Wow.
First of
What
all,
is happening here?
I do. I was 13. I had just, and
I
and-
bet you
So
were
much is-
really
So much is being explained right now.
no, my dad is a terrible human, and he's
and he walked out going, so that's what it looks like.
I hate you so much.
Well, sadly, if you really want to get dark, I already knew what it looked like because my dad is a piece of shit. So, yeah. So why bring him up, Mom? I'm still going to therapy over that man. Like, I can't wait till he dies so I can piss on his grave. Let's move on.
Fair enough. All right. Reloaded says, you did say that, Salty. I did a high level read, then read where they were gay and didn't go further. Oh, damn, he's lame.
I did not say that.
I mean, that's what I thought I heard. I'm
It's
kidding.
it's lower being
I'm
lower.
totally kidding. I'm throwing exactly. I'm throwing fire on the.
You gas
You're throwing fire on the
That's
gasoline.
it.
Is that what
That's it. All the things. That's the best.
Are you in the upside down now?
I never watched Strange New Things. Yeah, no kidding. No, okay. So
I do know that the January 5th Raw is having WWE Raw is having a big crossover. They're having a big crossover with Stranger Things. Did you know that? It's been
all I know is the third season sort of was really impactful for me as my family. We were so excited for it. The fourth season was good. And so the problem you have with this season is that they took so much time between the last one and this one. And I'm sorry, the kids look like they're in their 30s and they're all supposed to be seniors in high school.
So I was at MJ's dad's with the kids. We showed up. I can't remember if it was on Christmas. It's probably Christmas Day. They were watching whatever. I guess it was a day an episode had dropped because they're doing some weird staggering drops of the episodes.
Yep.
And the kid, I only saw maybe like 5 minutes of it because I told him I hadn't seen it, and that I do plan on eventually binging seasons 2 to whatever they're at now, 20.
Right.
But the kid still looked like a little kid, and they were like, "No, that's a different actor." I was like, "They got a freaking look alike." Is that true?
That's 2 in one episode. Dude.
I said
so they actually, I thought at first it was de-aging. It wasn't. They actually got a kid and then they just did a simple deep fake to make him put the younger version of his face up there.
But it was really good. Like, I thought it was the same.
Oh yeah, no,
I hadn't seen it in so many years.
Yeah, no, and the other thing I thought some of that stuff might have been stuff they'd shot back in the day and never used.
Well, see,
Like,
she was making that joke. She was like, because she was she being MJ's oldest daughter, she was like, she goes, "Oh yeah, no, they just shot all that stuff like back in season 1." I was like, "Really?" She's like, "No, they would have had to have some kind of plan. Obviously, it's a different actor."
I love this.
She got me. Like I was.
I love this kid already. Just so you know, let her make sure she knows. I absolutely love. That's exactly the kind of attitude you're supposed to have. Be skeptical about everything.
Yeah.
That's the best. Yeah. So no, so when I got into we got into watching the season 1, the writing was off from the word jump. and my to the point that my daughter's boyfriend's the one who out the gate he's watching it going, what is happening? Why are these decisions being made? None of this makes sense. And because you have to remember where we came from, the city, the place had split. So we come back to a town that's got these metal plates, and everyone's like,
what do you mean
we're
the
good.
place had again?
The city,
last
the
episode
town
I
had
saw
split
was
apart.
like
There was a giant X in
like
the
in
town.
Superman, like in Superman.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we're like, what? And they've covered the breaks in the planet with metal plates. Again, lots of difficulty with some of these ideas. Overall, the
And
characters,
isn't this supposed to be in like 1984 or something like that?
yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
Some version of that.
Yeah.
And they
Season 5 supposedly ends in 1987.
I think it absolutely would have been better if they did a time jump. Lore Reloaded asks, would it have been better if they did a time jump in Stranger Things?
Well, with
I
these
think so.
kids- Yeah. So what I was going to say was in the kid with the curly hair that was missing teeth from season 1, the kind of
Yeah.
chunkier kid,
Yeah.
he was
Dustin character.
he was in an episode of The Blacklist as one of those Mormon kids. He was sitting in the van and didn't want to blow it up. So,
Really?
fun fact. Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, oh,
Nice.
that's the kid from Stranger Things. Yeah.
Very cool. I didn't know
He's
that.
in the movie. He's in the TV show like 5 minutes, maybe. But
No, sure.
Yeah.
Very cool. But yeah, so structurally speaking, the biggest problem I have is the way they staggered the schedule. It was stupid, but also it didn't help because it allowed too much for you to see the glaring issues with the writing. Where normally, if you just sort of stick to a regular, like if you Netflix never wants to do anything that's like TV or anything that's like the movies. But dude, just go to a regular release schedule. You go to a regular release schedule, you have no issues. The problem is they chunked it in a weird way.
why
So
are they
you get
getting
four-
away from dropping it all at once? Like I'm
Because they
spoiled.
want it so they want the advantage of spreading out the joy and the attention, but none of the drawback.
No, it's not the
of having
advantage of enjoying the tension. It's the advantage of maintaining subscriptions over multiple months.
right.
See, that makes
Because
more sense.
yeah,
That makes more sense.
Yeah, you can't watch Stranger Things and not renew
Here's
your
the thing.
subscription.
Here's my thing.
Right.
I get Netflix for free through T-Mobile. I don't care. I just drop the damn show all at once.
True.
It's like, come on. Like this
I think,
Fallout thing.
well, the
is
thing,
driving me
Netflix
nuts.
invented binge watching.
Yeah, they did.
And,
yeah.
and so I think they should stick to it. I like binging shows.
Oh,
I
look
think
at that.
it's
I'm
a lot
wearing the
more.
same shirt. I didn't realize that. I should have. Poor planning. Should have.
We're not wearing the same shirt.
I am. I'm wearing the same shirt.
It's okay. Hey, dude,
notice
you're not working right now. You got a little bit of laundry. I understand. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't even.
Some of us have more than one shirt.
We keep trying to do laundry, and our roommate's family is in town for the holidays, and I swear to God, they've been doing laundry like every day the last week. It's like, come on, man, like, let me do some laundry.
Wouldn't spreading it out be more a TV thing? They change shows on the fly in some instances due to fan feedback. I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I think that I think binging is more fun, and I think it's like because one thing about Netflix, like if I can't sleep, I'll find a show that's interesting, and I'll just start going through episodes till I fall asleep.
so Lore, I was gonna say she's on the other side of the country, so it would take too long. But at this rate, I probably could have shipped her my dirty clothes and got them
With
back.
the amount of cocaine she takes, she could walk to your house in 20 minutes.
Literally, she's like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. He's looking around. What's happening?
Yeah. I'll tell you, I stumbled across. You would love this show since you're all into wrestling. It's called Physical
What?
Asia.
Why such derision? He's like, since you're into wrestling.
Hey, I want you to know
sorry, I
something.
didn't mean that
I
as
am
a-
missing the first Friday Night SmackDown of the year
Right.
to be on this show.
But this,
Really?
but
Oh, bro.
hear me out, Danny. This is like wrestling, only it's real, and so it's more,
Wrestling is real.
If you don't think wrestling's
it's
real,
not CG, if that's what you mean.
you know,
That's what I mean.
ask
Oh no.
Seth
But
Rollins
the
how
thing
his
is this,
shoulders
I've
doing.
always
if you don't
said,
think
thank you.
wrestling's
I've always said it is still a contact sport because Lord knows, and everyone's like, but they cut the table, bro. A 30-foot drop on anything. I don't care if
No.
it's cut. I don't care if it's not.
Here's where
Will
I don't
score.
like calling. I have no problem saying that professional wrestlers are athletic. However, to say it's a professional sport would mean that you don't know the outcome before the
It's
event.
sports entertainment.
Thank you, sports entertainment.
It's entertainment based loosely on a
The
sport.
name of the company is World
Easy,
Wrestling
easy. Okay, they don't
Entertainment.
have to look here. Okay, look, we're already getting rid of woke. You don't need you over here insisting we have to call something it's not.
I agree with what Laura says.
I would argue a stuntman could passably like. I feel like a good stuntman with a body armor could pass for Batman. All I'm
Yeah,
saying. It's all
Well,
yeah.
no, I think the point that he's making is
I know
that
the point he's making.
And why isn't that a category at the Oscars?
It
Like,
is. It is now.
It is now.
it's
Okay.
like a
This year.
technical award.
Long
This is the first.
overdue.
Yeah, it's a technical award finally. But yes, this year it's the first year it's going to officially.
long
They
overdue.
announced it. Yeah, they announced it at the end of last season.
So, but Physical Asia, you get this, and I hope that it spreads because it used to be just it was called Physical Korea at first, and then it became Physical
What
Asia.
show? What did we just turn into? What's going on?
Wait,
What are we
wait,
talking about?
hear me out here, but I hope that they spread it out more so that it includes like the Western world a little bit. It's a show. It's a Korean show where different countries get teams of 6 athletes, professional athletes, and from various. The rules seem to be that the athletes ought to be from different sports, and but they can be pretty, and there has to be two women and 4 men.
Real quick, Lore, I would argue that I would argue that there is an argument to be made for it being a type and form of anthropological study. Now, I'm not saying it's academically study like of value, but you are definitely observing a form of characteristic of a particular species or people. So, I'm happy to play this game with you too.
so,
Go on.
so you get together a team of 6 athletes to go into a full contact
Is this like
combat.
a reality show or something?
Yeah, and
Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm literally trying to look it up right now. I was like, what is he
yeah,
talking about?
it's called Physical Asia. It's on Netflix, and so they.
Are these the same people that used to give us those Japanese game shows that eventually led us to the crazy
I
ones?
don't
where
know.
the
No, it's a
Japanese
Korean
balls and stuff?
show, and I don't
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, but
Remember
and so
those variety shows? We've all seen them. The variety shows where
Right.
people wearing helmets and do all kinds of stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah, I know. But yeah, these guys are like professional wrestlers and different types of wrestling. So
I love you so much.
yeah.
I'm comfortable with that then. Hey, wrestling is sports entertainment like porn is a nature documentary. We can leave the conversation right there. Both in happy agreement. I'll take it. I will take that. Absolutely. That's the most, why do I feel like that's the most reasonable he's ever been, and yet he's still laughing at me?
I'm just picturing an Australian go, check out the snake in that bush. Which shows
That's rough. For some reason, I didn't expect you to say that.
Weren't we talking
don't know
about
why.
Stranger Things? I mean, like what
You
happened?
know,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You just got me thinking about that show.
I hear you.
So,
No,
but-
so the biggest issue for me, seriously, was that there was the season itself was very weak, very badly written. The finale had so many plot holes, but at the same time, I was still satisfied. Which
Didn't they
I
drop
hope
the finale
how much I enjoyed it.
New Year's Day? Is that right?
Yeah.
They did. So it's over now. That show's
Yeah.
over. Okay.
Yeah, 2 hour. It was a 2 hour finale. The other part is when you're watching the stupid show is that at the end of the first 50 minutes, the problem's relatively speaking resolved. So now you have another 40 some odd minutes of resolution, or as my kid puts it, happy ending. When she goes, and then my kid goes,
Back
because
to porn.
my kid's not bloodthirsty. She literally says to me, she goes, "Why didn't we lose more people? These characters," and I'm like, "Babe, what are you talking about?" She's like, "You could have killed this person here. You could have got rid of this person here." I'm like, "Babe, easy." So there's a whole crowd of people out there who are like, way too many people lived, and I was like, "What is wrong with all of you?"
Well, yeah, I don't know. I remember really enjoying gosh, and didn't the first season come out like 10 years ago, like 2018?
Yes.
It's before my heart attack. It was before my heart attack. This September will be the 10-year anniversary of my heart attack. That just saying.
This is great. He's dead right. Laura goes, dude, Discovery did that stupid stuff in some of its finales. Fixes the issue in 20 minutes. The next 40 is fallout and everyone crying. Or the longest speeches ever, like the one where she's talking to her mom. It's like, we have a time frame. Well, clearly you forgot how long it's supposed to be because y'all been having a whole conversation for like an hour. I mean, I thought you were supposed to be gone and out in like seconds. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm totally with you on that one.
I'm sorry, somebody said Discovery and I mentally checked out.
No, for real. I get it. I totally get it. Salty. Why do you look like the wizened martial arts instructor?
Huh?
You look like the wizened martial arts instructor.
Well,
And all
that's why I like physical Asia, because there's so many martial artists in it.
There it is.
Yeah.
See, that's something that I'm surprised they haven't brought into wrestling. I want to see some really good, like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Lee.
That's what MMA was originally supposed to be.
MMA's boring, man. It always ends up two dudes bugging each other on the floor.
If you look at like UFC 1, where the basic
back when they didn't have rules or weight classes.
Exactly. And not only that, but the people were not trained to fight mixed martial arts. They were trained to fight a martial art. So you would have a judo guy and a taekwondo guy and a
wrestler.
And a wrestler. Yeah. And so that was actually interesting to me because you got to see how do these different styles go up against each other.
And you know who always did the best was the wrestlers.
Actually, the guy that won MMA 1 was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
And he was brutal. He's a little guy. And like he would climb all over the people and get into a chokehold and bam, end the fight.
They would do those one-night tournaments, so the winner actually ended up fighting at least 3 times.
I don't know how long the tournament lasted.
Hang on. WWE, top pinnacle sports entertainment. MMA, so boring. This is my favorite show.
Look, the reason WWE can be top pinnacle sports entertainment is because the endings are predetermined. When
Also,
you're in a
MMA
real
is
fight,
not entertainment. MMA is real.
It's real, and it's look. I'm not the only person that has made this claim that it is kind of anticlimactic because 9 times out of 10 it ends up with 2 dudes hugging each other on the mat until one of them passes out or this fight.
Hey, you're not helping your argument. Let me be your attorney right now. You're not helping your argument.
Okay, so.
But that's where I say that where it went wrong.
I'm waiting to see how Lore twists that whole idea.
He's going to go back to the porn thing, I'm sure.
Literally, if that wasn't. Can you name one other sport with question marks where the ending is determined on purpose? My wife would argue the Super Bowl. So
boxing. I mean, did anybody else see that?
Totally.
Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight. Come on.
Well, that was
Mike had to pay some bills, man. Mike was ready. He was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the money and go. It's going to be okay.
And that's fine, but I wanted to see somebody get knocked out. No, they were totally carrying each other through that fight.
But that was an exhibition fight. What do you expect?
Well, Jake Paul's last fight was actually good. That was a good fight.
Here you go.
Oh, God. Yeah, some would say a happy ending.
Hold on. Here it is. WWE is the porn of sports. It's clearly the logical.
I would say that's actually not far off. No. Hear me out. I think I know where you're going. I think that's the most insightful thing Low Reloaded has ever said.
Right?
Because if you think about it, WWE takes a real sport, wrestling, and then makes it a lot more exciting by doing things that are totally unrealistic and unpractical, but fun to watch. Porn.
I can't even argue. I
think we are in agreement. I do believe that we are in agreement about this one. Yeah.
So because let's be real, wrestling is a real massive athletic competition, but not a spectator sport, to be sure. It's kind of boring, really. It's like 2 guys. They start in a semi-hugging position, and then they go from there to just trying to squirm around for a couple of minutes until one of them submits or it goes unconscious.
I
And
feel like you
pretty much the
described.
same thing with sex,
I feel
right?
like you
So
just described, yeah, any of my recent anythings.
yeah,
You just- I don't know why. I flop around. 30
yeah,
seconds later,
two
we're
people
good.
flapping around, doing things that other people really wouldn't want to watch. So,
Well, it's on Netflix. Well, no, SmackDown's on the USA Network, which I wish they would move it to
Still?
Netflix.
No, by the way, not still that they're on there. USA Network is still around?
Yeah.
See, it's been so long since I've been anywhere near terrestrial TV. Like, I have no idea.
yeah,
I have no
I don't
idea.
even know.
The only thing I
Oh
watched.
my
on
God,
TV
here it is. Lore Reloaded. Fun fact, the university I got my BA from hosts a WWE show. Not joking. My kid and her boyfriend, fiance, whatever.
So he went to Full Sail University? Is that
My kid went to a midget wrestling.
I have no idea
By the
what you
way, they reinforced it is called midget wrestling. They were like, don't tell us none of that little person nonsense. And I was like, okay, whatever, bro. Hey, man. And she had a wonderful time. So they put on a show.
A very small show.
I knew you weren't going to be able to resist.
You could
No,
say
it isn't
a little
small.
show.
A little show. It's a little
Let's have a
show.
flashback to my drunken days. You know, it's not small.
Hey.
I'm kidding.
Really?
I-
Stop it.
And I've
I already
seen
had-
it. Don't
I
be
already
bragging
did,
about that.
dude. By
because-
the way, I already did the dance. The what's that? The Chunk does from Goonies.
Truffle shuffle. I did one of those.
I'm
before.
not. I know. I'm not going any further than that. Sorry. I'm not, I'm not showing my ass for nobody. Just saying,
Yeah, back when I
Oh,
was
there you go.
drinking, I
Lord
did
did
a lot
go
of dumb
to
stuff.
Full Sail. So
Oh, I'm not laughing. It's just I knew exactly what you were talking about.
That's awesome.
You know, they NXT was out of Full Sail University for years. Until they got their performance center. So,
Laura's killing me, man.
So what was the other thing? Are you all wrapped up with Stranger Things? You just
well, we were going to talk about the best movies of the year last year.
That's what yeah.
Well, I already gave mine.
I think you were talking about Avatar. I think you're
No, my movie of 2025 is hands down Sinners. It was a great out of nowhere.
Okay, so let me
Hold on. No, Danny.
Baby, I know it's for you only. It was a joke. It was a callback to
No, she's saying no. It's not that impressive.
Oh,
That's don't let him misquote you.
I didn't hear you complaining the other night, but anyway, that's fine.
Yeah, but he didn't hear her the other night. That's the problem.
Oh,
So
We already talked about Fantastic Four. True story, we did.
all right, but so let me push back.
well,
on
what's
Sinners
your
a little.
number one movie, Mike, of the year?
Oh,
Like,
my number
mine
one.
was Sinners. What's yours?
Yeah, my number one movie is hands down Song Sung Blue.
God, I need to see that.
It is
You have said that since the moment you saw it, which is and again, when you told me the story, I was like, wow, that was powerful. That's good.
Yeah, the funny thing is it's the story of a guy named Mike who unless you're from Milwaukee, you've never heard of him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this guy Mike, he went by the stage name of Lightning. He was a Neil Diamond impersonator, and Hugh Jackman plays this guy.
Oh my God, are you going to recount the whole story just from?
No. But Hugh Jackman sings Neil Diamond better than the Neil Diamond impersonator that he's playing.
By the way, ABJ, a lot of people haven't, and they need to. A lot of people need to.
It is so good.
Maybe
I'm not going to mock this. No, hold on.
I
Laura,
enjoyed
mock this.
Zootopia 2.
I thought Zootopia 2 was actually pretty good. Some issues.
I-
No, dude, I thought this was great. Zootopia. I love the original.
I love the first Zootopia. I haven't seen Zootopia 2 yet.
We still need more of Flash. I'm sorry. Flash needs his own movie.
so much, dude.
Oh, the
my
DMV
God.
guy, the DMV
Yeah.
sloth.
Can I tell you what I loved that Disney Plus did? They released this series for Zootopia, and it was just like extra pieces to the scenes from the first movie. So like it's the little rodent girl's wedding. It's like or day before getting up to when she gets caught in the street, like all that kind of crap. It was little connective tissue scenes, wonderfully well done, and it made me go, "Oh my God, I want to like what a neat way to keep me interested in that movie world, specifically from the time frame of the movie." What a very creative, very creative.
But could
And
you
then, of course,
imagine?
Here comes Lord, you contrarian bastard. The only thing I hate about Zootopia 2 is the comment, all cops are idiots and don't question orders that are obviously questionable.
Well,
It's
all
kids.
cops are idiots, but whatever. Don't get me
Stop
started.
it. Be nice.
Yeah, fuck the
So
punk.
no,
did
I
the
think
joke.
that I think a Flash
We have to
movie.
get a swear jar.
I
You,
know. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we used,
Hey, I'm
we
doing a
used to
lot
have
better.
one.
We did used to have one. I'm doing a lot better. Like,
No, you're
So,
doing
but imagine an hour and a half movie. Just call it like
for 90 minutes, as we say in the industry.
Zootopia. Flash goes to work. Right. The entire hour and a half movie is Flash getting out of bed, getting dressed, and getting to his car. That's the entire hour and a half movie.
Laura, what are you on tonight? Not because I have a problem with this. My thing is, you're so random. You're bouncing off the
So-
walls tonight.
MJ, if you're watching, honey, I think you got paid today. Let's go see Song Blue because Mike's not the only person that's been raving about it. And
It
No,
is
I've heard a few people
so
talk good things about that movie.
Yeah, the music is incredible. Hugh
Which
Jackman.
I'm already in the bag for that because I'm a huge Neil Diamond fan.
yeah, I mean, who?
My dad raised me on the Jazz Singer, okay, like the movie. So trust me.
There you
But then, okay, Danny, you want to be completely sold on this movie right now? Go to Spotify or YouTube Music or whatever you use, and look up Hugh Jackman singing "Sweet Caroline."
Hold on. Dorks MJ says no.
Well,
Wow. Wow. Okay.
I don't even know what it's about anymore. I'm just like, oh,
Oh, no,
SpongeBob.
So
She wants to go see SpongeBob.
yes.
Because
Only if we see it in
Victory
3D.
is mine.
Only if we see it in 3D.
Amazing.
If we see it in 3D, your deal.
Yeah, you do have to see it in 3D to really get the full effect.
So Johnny, what's your movie of the year then?
For me, it was Superman.
Seriously?
Yeah, for me, because again, I've been in a place where like a lot of people are, where you needed something hopeful. You need something that really carried that message and did it in a way that I really appreciated. And again, for me, anything to be perfect must meet my expectations, and I'm a very harsh person to do that.
Okay.
And
so
that movie met all of them. I'm not saying it's Oscar worthy. I'm
No,
not
no.
saying that they were the best.
I love
performances.
that. I love that. That's what makes us different from like other channels. But if I took Superman away from you, what would you say?
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I would I'd probably go Sinners with you.
Sinners. Okay. All right.
Because at that point, if I don't have the thing that made Superman why I like it, then my next default is cinematic quality story. Because I'm also a vampire movie fan. Spoilers, you know what I'm saying? But
Dude,
they did it.
That's why I didn't like Sinners.
I
The
didn't
thing is,
realize.
but the thing is, for me, it made it so like, oh my god, you guys, you made it. It was the first time I watched From Dusk Till Dawn. I had no clue that was going to have vampires in it.
So
no
that's
idea.
so MJ backed me up on that. I didn't know Sinners was a vampire movie going into
Rock
it,
on, man. No,
you
rock
know,
on.
and I loved it. It was so good, and I'm glad.
I knew it was, so I'll say this for Sinners. There are some things about Sinners that I will say hands down some of the best. Like the whole musical montage when we
That's-
see
yes.
the people from different eras.
Yes,
Awesome.
that scene was so good.
Incredible scene. And the fact that if you ever see the behind the scenes, that was all done practically.
Yeah,
That entire one take was done practically.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And you see like the people like in different costumes coming in and switching places and stuff. It was really cool.
That's cool.
But so that was really cool. I liked some of what they were doing with the vampire characters, the Irish guys.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
That's
I kind of dug with it because they were trying to say we're a family. We want you to join our family.
I kind of
and-
like that new take on vampires where they're kind of like the Borg. You know what I mean? They all-
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
dude, so cool.
But-
I love that.
But here's where I kind of part company with it as a vampire film.
Oh, put my girl's comment up, please. Or-
Oh yeah, hang on.
my
We'll do
girl.
it. 1 second. Just 1 second. We I hate you so much.
Wait, we got what here? I don't quite.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
begins.
kitty cat. Kitty cat.
Yeah. There you
Oh, okay.
go. We got all kinds of. This is why you gotta be on the show.
If you
man.
can find it cheaper, F
That's
you.
it. That's
Yeah,
it. There we go. Director team. Neither did I. It was amazing. Acting, costume, cinematography, music. Chef's
Yeah,
kiss.
yeah.
So, and by the way,
I'm so
going back to
thankful.
just think of pure nature documentary, nothing dirty, nothing
Didn't
like
expect
that.
you to- Let me get her off the screen for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah, but pure, nothing dirty, just a nature documentary. Australian guy
I hate
is
you.
a
Stop.
certain Australian
Stop.
guy who passed away. That he was a fun character.
Crikey.
Yeah. But he'd be like, he'd be like observing. He'd be in the Amazon, right?
Face hurts. Oh my god, you
No,
guys.
no, and you could absolutely see this happen. He'd be in the Amazon, and he'd be like looking at various creatures that are native to the Amazon, and there'd be like a jaguar would go by and stuff, and he'd be like, "Crikey, look at the size of that pussy."
I'm
And
done, dude. I'm so done. I knew you were going to see it. Oh my god, I'm done.
Look at the way that it mounts that snake because it's attacking like a python, right? So it's